Hi, this is a requested tutorial for just going for a basic invert, trying to invert without the knot. Just so you guys know, I had my wisdom teeth removed about 6 days ago. So if I seem a little off, that's why I haven't been training a lot. But I figured this would be a good way to get back into training, making this video for you guys. So here we go. So I'm going to start by tying a knot. I know we want to be able to invert without a knot, but we have to start with the basics that we can do it safely. So scooping that arm down, creating the hole, finding the tail, passing it through the hole to my other hand, and pulling down that slack to make a nice safety knot. That is how we need to start our training for this. Okay. So what I really want to focus on in this part is bringing my knees up to my elbows before letting my arms straighten back. That is a big thing I see in people that are trying to learn to invert, is that your arms give out and they straighten too early and you don't have your hips up high enough yet. So if you'll practice this drill in the knot, bringing knees up to elbows, then straightening your arms back, it'll help you get that movement pathway so you'll be ready for that. Once you're real comfortable with that, you can give yourself even more of a challenge by doing it with straight legs. So you've got to engage from your booty all the way to your toes to keep those legs straight. Challenge yourself by not letting your feet touch the ground. They just hover, and then we go back into that inversion. These drills are going to help you be very strong for when you're ready to invert without the knot. Okay. So that was with the knot tied at a normal height, which I would usually make sure, that my head is off the ground whenever I invert. But for the next part, I want to actually have a little more space above my head. So I'm going to lower the knot quite a bit. So in this part, guys, the knot is just there as like a backup plan, as our last little safety catch. I'm actually going to try to invert without being on the knot, and the knot is going to be below me in case it doesn't work out, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. So my knot's lower because I want more space to work above that knot. All right, so with the knot behind me, I'm going to first find a nice tight core, pull shoulders down and back, and I'm getting one little wrap to help my grip. And just like in the knot, I'm going to try to pull my knees up first before I allow my arms to straighten down. Okay, so again, trying to think knees to elbows, then my arms can straighten down. I keep my hips up high. The reason you want the knot is here's what it looks like if you don't do that right and you don't get your knees high enough. We try to go back, our arms give out too fast, and we just kind of fall down. But I've got that knot to catch me. So that's why we're still using the knot, and we're going to keep using that knot until we're completely confident. All right, so now trying it without a wrap. So you want to hold those silks nice and tight to your body. Keep your shoulders pulled back and down, and inverting up and coming back down. I didn't completely straighten my arm on that one. I should have. My elbow stayed bent. But you want to bring your hips up, and then you can straighten your arms. When you're comfortable there, that's when we take the knot off. So you want to be able to invert and hold yourself up above that knot for several seconds before you're ready to try it with it off. Going with no knot, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 wraps on my wrist. That way you're just giving yourself a lot of extra support while you're learning. Now focus on the same thing, knees up to elbows, then my arms straighten, but my hips stay high. Come down nice, soft, and controlled. All right, when you're good with 2, maybe take it down to 1 wrap. Knees up. Nice, hips have to stay high. Slow and controlled, come down. And of course, you can work it all the way until you're just holding on with your hands, and everything is the same. You've got to really bring those knees up first, then allow the arms to straighten down, keeping hips high. As much as control as we can get. Once you're feeling really good with that, I'm showing you we're going to tighten up from our glute all the way down to our toe and try to do it with straight legs. So point your toes, really engage all the way throughout to keep those legs straight as you go up, and slowly come back down. All right, so there's your basics to getting inverted.